Hey, what's going on, everybody? Wanted to do a quick video kind of about the times that we're in, especially being, Second Amendment people. I kind of want to talk about over the course of the last year and a half, a lot of people would always talk about during the pandemic, there's an ammo shortage. I can only speak for myself and people around me. We haven't really experienced the type of shortage that other people say that they've experienced. And that comes from a few different reasons why we haven't really experienced that. A lot of people say, well, you guys are in Texas, so, it's Texas, so you all got guns and ammo everywhere. Yeah, I guess that's partly true, but people panic buy in situations. People panic when something happens. Elections, mass shootings, pandemics, it's the first most of us experienced because the last one of this magnitude was 100 years ago. So there's just a lot of things, protests, a lot of different reasons why people impulse buy guns and ammo. I always believe that you should have about, at minimum, 2,000 rounds on hand for every caliber that you own. A lot of people want to go and have a bunch of calibers, which means you got to go buy a bunch of ammo in a bunch of different calibers. Disclaimer though, I just stockpile a lot of ammo. And so my rule of thumb is whatever I buy, I shoot half of it and I put the other half up. It's just what I do. I try to store it the best way possible. The gel packs, if it's already vacuum sealed, if I buy ammo that's vacuum sealed, and I'll show you what I'm talking about here in a little while. But if I buy ammo that's vacuum sealed, I'm not going to touch it. I'm just not going to do it. It'll be 8 to 10 years before I shoot anything that's vacuum sealed, because you're going to be able to preserve it for a very long time, and plus the way you store it. So what I want to just kind of help with people today is understand that even if you went into this and you didn't have a huge supply of ammo on hand, because I never stopped shooting. I shot the last year and a half. I kept shooting like I've always shot, and I shoot a lot. So it didn't stop me from shooting at all. A, because I had ammo stored, but B, because I know how to shop for ammo. And I think a lot of people, they got caught up in the thing where either listening to people or going to one place and wasn't able to find it. And so they kind of gave up. When the pandemic first started, you would see these crazy lines, right? Lines around the corner, these buildings, these gun stores, these sporting goods stores, these hunting stores. You would see these crazy lines of people trying to, wait in line 3, 4, 5 hours before the store opens with very minimal results in acquiring ammo. I never was one of those people. I think I did it once just to kind of gauge what was going on, but I never got into that. What I ended up doing was, if the stores opened at 9, I would go there about 9:15 or 9:20. And by that time, the line would have died down, and I would go in there and see what was left. Now, early on, people could buy whatever they wanted, and then they finally started putting a limit on how much ammo people could buy per day. So once they put that limit on, it didn't make sense to sit in the line because people could only buy 2 boxes of ammo. So as people would go into the store, I'd take my time in the mornings and I would go hit a store, and then I'll be able to get 2 boxes or whatever, whatever was there. Anything that I had, they had it on the shelf, I would grab it. So what I ended up doing, I ended up mapping about 4 or 5 stores that would be in the general vicinity. So anytime I would go on an ammo run, I would make sure that I hit those 4 or 5 stores. So I would drive around, and I would just make a loop. Like I would hit all these stores and then head back home. So I would make this loop, And I would be able to grab 2 boxes of this, 2 boxes of that, right? So it'd be like 9mm, 5.56, 223, 7.62 by 39, 45, 44, 40, whatever. Shotgun. That's one thing I can say. Shotgun had been pretty readily accessible throughout the pandemic. My experience. I'm just speaking strictly on my experience. So I would just grab a couple here and there. Early on in the pandemic, I was able to find spam cams, 440 rounds, 420, 440 rounds of ammo early on. I grabbed a couple of those, you know, when they came across. Steel case ammo, I buy it. A lot of people stay away from steel case ammo. Not me. I buy weapons that function with steel case ammo. So I will shoot steel, I will save brass and store it. That's me. I make sure when I get done, I clean it. We know steel is dirtier than brass, dirtier than aluminum. So I definitely, when I get done shooting steel, sometimes I shoot brass, majority of the time I would shoot steel. Some people believe the philosophy backwards, shoot the brass first and then shoot the steel if you have to. I guess it really doesn't matter, it's just your personal preference. So that's what I would do. I would map out where I would go, and then just make a loop and grab what I can. I mean, there's been, you know, very few times, maybe once or twice, where I would go out and in bolo. There would be no, you know, where I wouldn't get anything. Most of the time, I would come back with something, and I'll show you what I'm talking about, because I still even hear people today. I went on an ammo run today. I still hear people today say, oh, I can't find anything, or it's very limited. I can tell you, as of the making of this film today, here we are, mid-June 2021. I can tell you today, I found 5.7 ammo today. I found 5.56, 223, and I mean a variety of it. 9mm, 45, 40, 44, shotgun, 308, 7.62 by 51. 22 long rifle, tons of it. It just, I mean, whatever you can think of. 10mm, I seen 10mm today. You name it, 357, 38 special. I don't know if I already said that, but you know, you name it, I saw it today. So what I made sure that I did was I made sure that when I went, I don't necessarily have to have a list, but I'll say, okay, what am I commonly shooting currently? And that's what I'll stock up on. I'm shooting everything right now. But primarily, I'm gonna do a video. Primarily, I'm now shooting 7.62 by 39. I bought an AR-47. So, and I'm liking it. I'm liking the setup that I have. So I'm running 7.62 by 39 right now. And of course, 9mm. Is always my go-to. So that's what I went out and did today. So I'll show you. First stop I made, so I went to 1, 2, 3, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I went to 4 places today, right? 4 places. Got a good haul. So one place I went to, I was able to pick up this 200 pack. Right, not one, but I got 2 of them. 115 grain, 9mm. I bought 2 of those packs, vacuum sealed, you know, packs, 200 rounds in each, so a total of 400 rounds. I was able to get that at the first stop I went to today. So that was, you know, that was a pretty good come up. And I think it came out to like 35 cents a round. And that's another thing. People are overpaying these crazy prices for ammo. And I just paid 35 cents a round for 9mm. I mean, granted, it's not pre-pandemic, but it's still pretty good. I mean, I'm seeing people selling ammo, FMJ full metal jacket. They sell them for $1, $1.20 a round. It's crazy. I would never pay that. If I seen something, and I have, and I'll tell you, the third place that I went to today, I didn't get anything from there. But they were charging $1 a round. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna pay that much money for a round, for a 9mm round. Maybe 40 cents, but because I'm getting it at 35 most time. So yeah, so steel I pay between 30 and 35, and brass I pay between 35 and 40. But I just can't see myself consistently paying 50 cents a round, and I damn sure I'm not gonna pay $1.20 a round for 9mm. So that's what I got, 35 cents a round, steel case, 400 rounds. Was able to pick that up today. First stop. Second stop, I told you I'm running AK right now. They have 5.56, 223, brass, steel, green tips. They had everything. But I did not pick any of that up. But what I did get, I decided to grab some 7.62 by 39, 4 boxes. All right. They're getting a little more relaxed on the ammo. So this is a steel case, 123 grain, hollow points, Monarch. The first one I showed you, I believe, these packs, yes, Monarch as well. So that's, for you all don't know, Academy carries the Monarch brand. I think they may have some exclusive or something. A lot of that is a Monarch. So they have steel and they have brass in their ammunition. So yeah, so I bought 7.6239. I got 4 boxes of that as well at the Academy. So the 9mm, I got it from Academy. Excuse me, 7.62 by 39. I got it from Academy. The second spot I went to. The third place I went to wasn't an Academy. It was just it's a gun store. I'm not going to really advertise them, but it's a gun store that, you know, it's hit or miss, but they did have 5.7 ammo in there. They did have 5.56 ammo in there, 223. But they were the ones that had the overpriced 9mm going for like $1 a round. I'm just not doing it. So I went there, browsed around, saw what they had. They did have some good prices on firearms, shotguns, bunch of other things. So, you know, I've always been able to still buy weapons during the pandemic as well. So like I said, I just bought an AR-47. What an optic, man. And it didn't cost me what most people out here trying to price gouge for. So that was pretty good. Fourth place that I went today was another Academy. And what did I tell you I'm shooting right now? AK, right? 7.6239. So these are 40 round packs that I picked up. See if I can show you one. You know, good old tool ammo. I went and picked up 4 boxes of that, 40 round boxes. And I paid for each box, I think I paid $15.50. I think I paid $15.50 for 40 rounds. I'm not sure what the math is on that, but again, I wouldn't have bought it if it was something crazy, but yeah, it was $15.50 for 40 rounds. So, you know, I just, there's a way to go about it without having to A, break the bank, and B, being able to find it, able to stockpile ammo, and not find yourself in this predicament, you know, a few years down the road where something else happens. Because believe me, something else will happen. It's not a matter of if it's going to happen, it's just a matter of when. So I just recommend people right now, if you can, just kind of take some, you know, hopefully you learn something from what I'm saying, or you take something from it and you go out like this 9mm. I'm not going to shoot it because I got a bunch of 9mm everywhere. So I'm not going to shoot it. It's sealed up. It's going to be secure. I'm going to, you know, keep it somewhere. That way, the next big thing that happens, I'll be able to break into that and use that versus saying, oh, I don't have anything to shoot. That's 400 rounds right there. I can go to the range, you know, 2 to 4 times with that. And then just everything else. So I hope that you all understand that you always have to look ahead. You always have to pre-plan for when these things happen. So, you know, don't just get discouraged that you go to one place and you don't find the ammo. Chart out, you know, make a route. Chart out 3 to 5 places that you can go to and check them all out if you have the time. Just go hit each one, because there's like 2 or 3 other ones that I could go to, but it's not pressing for me to get to that ammo. It's actually about 5 more places I can go to, but I'm not hurting for ammo where I'm like, well, I have to go to all these places. I mean, because, you know, you eventually you get into this and then you start realizing, well, shit, I don't have enough storage for all this ammo because you're consuming so much of it, you know. And so I don't go out there and say, I'm gonna go to all 10 places in one day. It doesn't, I got enough, like I said, I have enough ammo to shoot what I have, shoot consistently, and then I'll go out a couple days a week and try to recoup that and continue to build to my surplus, my supply. So yeah, so that's what I do. If you haven't been able to find it, don't get discouraged. Look for as many gun stores or, you know, ammo suppliers that you can in your area. You know, just plot out a course and then just get up one day and just go hit all of them. Preferably during the weekday, not the weekend, even though people are still buying ammo during the weekday, but we know on the weekend, more people are off, more people have time. And so it's going to be a little bit more difficult to find the ammo. Another thing, these stores that you're checking out, a lot of them will run, especially if they're chains like Academy or Cabela's or Bass Pro Shop, they will run on the schedule normally when they get their shipments in. Find out when they get their shipments in, because once you find out when they get their shipments in, that will allow you to create your own schedule. And that's what I do. I know on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, a lot of these stores that I go to, those are their shipment days. So their trucks come in early in the morning, 4, 5, 6 in the morning. They unload those trucks. They put the ammos on the shelf. They open the doors at 9. Boom, you go in there, grab your ammo. Some of them on Thursdays, but most of them are gonna be Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And so, you know, you can just, you know, take your pick on which day. Once you figure out a good system for yourself, that's what you want to do. You want to pick a day and be able to make that ammo run. And that's what I've been doing to be successful out here during the pandemic. Again, it wasn't needed, but I just make sure that I, you know, always have enough. You can never have enough ammo. And I also have a video on that. If you scroll through, you'll see why I talk about how much ammo is enough ammo. So that's something else that you can check out. But yeah, I hope you all found this video helpful. I hope that it helps people. I hope you're able to get your ammo supply up. Hope you're able to shoot more frequently by following some of these tips that, you know, I'm trying to give people. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them below and I'll answer them as quickly as I can. Again, thanks for watching.